Let's go to the audio sound bites. Now, I'll get to the Victor Davis Hanson stuff and Michael Walsh in due course. I'm not trying to string you along. I just want to try to get as much in here in the first hour, set the table, start the stuff, cover things, and get back to them in detail. The first, I guess, soundbite deals with, I went back and forth on even playing this, because this is just absurd. But this, I decided to play it because it's an illustration of just who the media is and how off the wall and unobjective and unaware that they are. And it also demos what their agenda is. Now, you may have heard that the CPAC people had invited Milo Yiannopoulos to keynote the CPAC convention, which starts this weekend. And there was an uproar from mainstream conservatism over this. Many were just curious, angry. How in the hell could this happen? Who thinks that Milo Yiannopoulos is mainstream conservatism? So anyway, a videotape was uncovered of Milo talking about things that could be construed to be pedophilia. CPAC pulled him. They yanked his appearance. And Simon & Schuster's now canceled the book contract they had with him. So he's not going to... This is a red meat for the media. And it was actually served to them. They didn't have to make this up. CPAC actually gave them this one. But I want you to listen. This is Alison Camerata. And Alison Camerata used to be at Fox. And I've only met her a couple times. She's as nice as she could be. And she asked me, I don't know how many times. She was the weekend host of the Saturday edition of Fox and Friends, the early morning show. She politely asked me over and over to appear on the program. And ultimately I said, yes, I would do it. It was a phoner. And she was perfectly fine. She was perfectly nice. And she knows who I am. She knows what I do and who I am. But you'd never know it listening to this soundbite. She's talking with Chris Cuomo, who thinks communism is about elevating economic standards for people. He really gave the Cuban dictators a piece of his mind. He said, when are these communists going to understand? They're going to have to start improving living conditions for people. I said, what? When has communism ever done that? That's not what communism does. Anyway, he thinks it is. He's the son of Mario the Pious, the late Mario the Pious, former governor of New York, and just would be, oh my God, they couldn't wait for him to be elected president, but it never happened. So they're talking about Milo and CPAC canceling his appearance.
Provocateurs have taken the place of conventional leadership because it's juicier and it's more headline grabbing and you can build more blogs around it and you can build more websites around it.
The only major one is Trump. When you say provocateurs, I mean, really, he filled the entire space in terms of who succeeded on that. I mean, this guy, to compare this guy from Breitbart to Trump is insulting to Trump.
Well, I'm not comparing him to Trump. I'm comparing him to Rush Limbaugh and to other right-wing
It's even insulting to those guys.
I get it, but I think that what your point was is that people who sort of say the most outlandish things right now, and as we know, they don't necessarily have to be fact-based, get a lot of attention.
All right, so Alison Camerata has decided that I am Milo Yiannopoulos. Now, how absurd. And she knows better. She knows it's not even close. It's ridiculous. It is preposterous. And yet there she is on CNN drawing the comparison on the basis that I don't mean what I say. I'm just a provocateur. I'm just saying what I say to attract attention to myself. If I wanted to attract attention to myself, I'd be doing television every day. If I wanted to attract attention to myself, I'd have a PR firm and you'd be nothing but seeing stories about me in the media every day. I do not want any part of that. I've been there, done that, and it's phony baloney, plastic banana, good time, rock and roll. I'm not into that at all. I'm not into being... I just tell people what I think. And it used to be things that she agreed with. So this is an example where the media thinks everybody over here is off the charts, false, untrue, saying things just to get noticed. And she doesn't even see, and nor do any of the others in the media. They have no sense of self-awareness. They really don't. They haven't the foggiest idea why people are angry at them. You know something? I've said it before. The media is the only business in the world where the customer is always wrong. If you're a news consumer, if you're a customer, and you complain to them, they will tell you that you are not sophisticated enough to understand what they do. And they'll tell you to go listen or watch somewhere else. They're not even really doing the news for you. They're doing news for other journalists and other people in government because that's their real audience, as evidenced by CNN's ratings. They don't have any compared to other news organizations. They don't seem to be bothered by it at all. They don't seem to be doing anything to try to change it at all, or very little.